Space. The final frontier. These are the voyages of the Moy Beta Fafnir. Its lifelong mission: to explore new strategies, to seek out new combos, and to boldly go where no duelist has gone before.
Ladies and gentlemen, Drykage, Logan JYA here, and guess what? We are back with Drytron Build X. That's right, we've made it up to 10, with some interjections in there in between. But I want to let you guys know that even though EVA is banned, the Heralds are back. And if you guys want to see the full combo, be sure to watch until the end of the video and smash that like button. We're trying to hit over 200 this time. I think we can do it. We did it on the last one, so I'm confident in you guys. I want to say that I think less than 10% of the people who watch my videos are actually subscribed. So if you want to support the channel, you want to see a lot of Drytron content here in the TCG, in Master Duel, or Yu-Gi-Oh content in general, just be sure to hit that sub button if you don't mind. I really appreciate it. Anyway, I also want to give a quick plug to the Goofy Gauntlet. Shout out to my boy Joey, and I'm going to be at this event commentating. Be sure to check it out. Date and time are in the description. You can see him on the screen. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be so much fun. If you guys miss IRL play, be sure to come check it out. And there'll be a video playing at the end about it too. So, I think that's all I got. Let's hop into this deck profile combo tutorial at the end. You already know how we do. Let's do it. Alright, what's going on, guys? Logan JYA here. Drykage is back again. In like the same week, we've got another Drytron deck profile for you guys. By popular demand, we're doing one with a Herald engine in it, that's right, and in this one we're using Herald to perfection. You guys might have seen the teaser I put out there with the end board. The end board is insane. At the end of this video, we're going to show a full combo tutorial on how to get to that end board just off of Alpha Zeta and how to do it Nibiru proof. So again, it's a phenomenal list. I think it's really fun, and it really goes back to what Drytron used to be. I of course have said, you know, we want to explore new different ways of playing the deck, and we're going to continue to explore new different ways of playing the deck. So if you want to see a different way to play Drytron outside of the two we are highlighting, be sure to smash. We did so well on the like goal last time. I'm aiming for the stars. Let's go for 200 likes on this video, and I'll show you a brand new take on Drytron, something completely different. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into this deck profile. Alright guys, starting things off with the main core, we're going to go through it stupid fast, alright? I'm only really going to point out the big differences. So we got triple copies of Alpha Zeta, triple copies of Alpha, triple copies of Zeta. Look at this. My mind is already turned to mush from how much Drytron I've been playing. Flagging a difference here. We shifted back to the old golden ratio for this build only, okay? We've got 2 Gamma and 2 Delta, alright? So it's a little different from the last list. Reduce the amount of names to make room for the other engines that we're playing. So we're playing 10 names. Moving on from there, we're playing triple copies of Diviner the Herald. That has not changed. But this time around, we're playing 2 copies of Herald of the Orange Light. Okay, so Orange Light is back in this build because we're playing the Herald of Perfection. That's a key part of the strategy, and it also helps you play through hand traps. Depending on how your hand is, you can search this card out to make your combo Nibiru proof, make it so you can play around certain forms of interruption. It's a really cool utility to have, and it gives us fodder for our Herald of Perfection. So, of course, next card, Herald of Perfection. Herald of Perfection is an Omni-Negate, and it's by far significantly worse than Herald of Ultimateness. I'll be completely honest with you guys. Anyway, it's significantly worse than Herald of Ultimateness because it cannot negate summons, but it does still negate the same spell trap monster effects, just like Ultimateness does. But it's weaker, lower stats. It's not as good. It's just not as good. I'm not going to sugarcoat it here for you, but of course it coincides with one of the other cards they're playing in this deck, and it's really, really good for the main strategy and the end board, which you'll see a little bit later on. 1 Ben 10, 1 Ida 10, 1 Natasha. The core 3 Cyber Angel package has not changed, will not change. And then for the Megalith package, same deal as the last video, 2 Fool, 1 Ophiel, and 1 Bethor. If you really wanted to cut the list down to 40, you could cut the Bethor. Right now we're playing 44 cards, which I recognize is a lot. There's not too many hard bricks in this deck. I think there's 3 hard bricks in this deck. We're playing 44 right now, so you could. I'll point out things you could cut later to actually cut it down to 40. DPE package, essential, of course, because we're still going for DPE and the 1 of Scythe for that combo, because this is going to literally be the defining trait of this meta. Moving on from there, spell cards, triple emergency, you already know. Triple copies of Nova, same deal. You should already know about this. We are playing 1 Fafnir, totally cuttable card. If you wanted to, again, aim more towards 40 cards in deck, totally could cut Fafnir. One Medionis Drytron, don't cut this! Don't cut this or your deck won't work. Moving on from there, this engine, since we're playing Perfection by virtue of that, we should be playing triple pre-preparation of rights. It's kind of just, you know, it makes sense to play if we're playing regular Perfection. Opening this card is so great to play through interruptions, force out hand traps, yada yada yada. You guys get the picture. Well, yes, it can play into draw more, and it sucks if you draw into the Dawn of the Herald. It's a necessary evil, in my opinion. If you want to continue playing a Herald build of Drytron, I think that this is the way to go. All right, guys, so that's what we're playing here. Moving on from there, triple copies of Forbidden Droplets, you already know, our going second option. The one Called by the Grave, and then the two Fusion Destinies. Again, I know that we're not playing a lot of hard-going second cards. We do have the Orange Lights in deck. We have the Droplets in deck. You know, you have to see them. You kind of have to get lucky, right? But we can still fight through. We can do what Drytron has always done and just use resiliency, graveyard recursion to fight through boards. Will there be boards we can't fight through? Yeah, of course. That's just the nature of the beast. But there's a lot of things that we can absolutely eradicate. So we're just trying to play it out as rationally as possible. Extra deck, I'm going to go through it real quick, point out the divergences from the last profile. Again, don't forget to check out YuGiOh for free. It's our free tournament series. Link in the Discord. Check it out in the description. And yeah, let's move on. We've got 2 copies of Drytron Moy Beta Fafnir. Hasn't changed. This is essential. For the main combo line, you need Constellar Ptolemy M7. I kind of coined this one in Drytron with the first ever Add Back Eva combo. Very similar line to what we're doing nowadays, so I'm sure you guys remember that one. Ptolemy M7 is a key combo piece in this line, which you will see a little bit later on. The one of Beatrice, not a key part in the main combo line, but it's still very important to have. You guys know how we play with one-name hands. You do need Beatrice sometimes to give you access to additional names, so that's of course why we're playing it. One of Downward Magician to go with our Fafnir to tag into the Zeus. I did have to cut the Lyrilusk to make room for the Ptolemy, but it's just a necessary evil here, guys. That's it for those. Let's move on to the links. We've got Link Spider. No, we're not. What am I saying? We got Link Karibo, 1 Dagda to get the Scythe, you already know. 1 Vertanaconda to go for DPE if you don't hard open it. The 1 IP Masquerena to tag out into your Unicorn or your Boral Sword. I cut Apo from this list. Really wanted to play the IP because there's so many times where your end board gets flooded and you need to reduce the amount of space. You don't necessarily have enough to go for Apo straight up, but you can go for IP and have material for a Unicorn. So that's what we ended up going with for this particular list. You have 2 different tag out targets. Never sleep on the fact of how good it can be to tag out into an indestructible Boral Sword, though. Just want to flag that as well. And then, of course, we're playing the 1 of Herald of the Arclight, key with your Diviner, duh. And then the 1 Entis and the 1 DPE. Duh. Alright guys, sorry for the jump cut. Time to bring this to a close for the side deck. We got triple copies of Artifact Lancia. Be ready for those PKs. Any other deck that banishes a lot. It's not bad against the Brave tokens. A lot of situations where you're going to want to see this card. So it's an absolute 3 of on the side. It's also a really cool thing that you can grab this off of your Dagda as well. We used to main deck 1 copy in our last build. Still side decking triple copies of Droll, another card that's pretty decent against the Brave token engine. Not too bad bringing it in against the PK Brave. A lot of things you can bring it in against. Droll and Lockbird is good overall. If you run into the mirror match, good to have it. Triple copies of the Cosmic Cyclone to deal with the Artifact Scythe, of course, as well as back row decks serving double duty. I think I mentioned in my last profile I was thinking to switching over to it. So we are currently testing with it. Legitimately, last night on stream, I top decked this to banish a PK player's Scythe, and it won me the duel. Single-handedly, full comboed on him, won the game with the exact build we just profiled. Moving on from there, more back row removal. I've got 1 copy of Harpy's Feather Duster, 1 copy of Lightning Storm, and then 1 copy of the Red Reboot for generic back row blowouts, I guess. Eldritch is going to be big. I think it's a big threat. Now, mind you, unfortunately, the Harpies and the Lightning Storms don't work if they got the Lord of the Heavenly Prison, but it's still pretty good. They can also blow out floodgates, things of that nature, and you're doing yourself a disservice if you're not playing Red Reboot. And finally, to close things out, I'm playing triple copies of Evenly Matched. Now, let me flag this right now. You can either play Evenly, or you can play Mystic Mind. Those are the 2 cards I would encourage you to play, alright? Right now, I'm testing Evenly. I'm going to see how it goes, and if it rocks, it rocks. I'm curious to hear what you guys think. Let me know in the comments down below. Anyway, without further ado, let's get in this combo tutorial. Alright guys, the moment you've been waiting for, I'm going to show you guys the brand new Alpha Zeta combo line. Again, of course, this works with Cyber Emergency, Nova, the Field Spell, anything to replace one of the names, you name it, you can do it. Foolish Barrel if you play it, things like that. But Again, this combo is absolutely insane. So if you haven't smashed a like yet, please be sure to do so now. And if you don't want to yet, you're going to want to after you see this combo. Now, let me tell you guys, I want to also flag that this combo is 100% Nibiru proof if you open up with a fairy in your hand that is part of the main combo line. If you were to open up with Natasha, that would require you to open up another combo piece or another name. So it could be like, you know, a Gamma or a Megalith Fool, something like that. It will allow it to be Nibiru proof as well. We're going to do it in pretty easy circumstances. We're going to pretend that we have the Diviner in hand. I'll show you where the lines diverge if you were to not have Diviner in hand, but we're just going to show you the true power level here, okay guys? So without further ado, let's get into it. Alright guys, let's start things off. You already know what we do. We're starting things off Alpha, pitch Zeta. I'm going to keep the basic stuff real quick. Alpha, pitch Zeta, search Ben 10. Zeta, pitch Ben 10, search Medionis. And since we are saying that we already opened with Diviner, in this situation we're going to search Herald of the Orange Light. However, if you did not open up with Diviner, here you would search the Diviner off of the first Ben 10 effect to resolve, right? But since we're saying that we opened with it, we're going to search the Orange Light. We're officially safe from Nibiru, and we will be for the entirety of this combo, okay? So let's continue on. We're going to overlay these two monsters over here, summon Moy Beta Fafnir, and use Moy Beta's effect. This will then let us Foolish Burial from our deck to grave one copy of Gamma, like so. Next, we'll activate Medionis, detach one off Moy Beta, summon back Ben 10, and we'll use Gamma's effect in grave, sacking Ben 10, summoning itself and Zeta. Then we'll trigger Ben 10's effect in grave, searching ourselves a copy of Ida 10 from deck to hand. Next, we'll reduce the attack points of Gamma to add back Medionis, and then we'll link off that Gamma like so, just to make room here. We're just making room to summon Link Karibo on the top. Next, we can normal summon our Diviner, use Diviner's effect, send Herald of the Arclight from deck to grave, and trigger its effect to search copy of Megalith Fool from deck to hand. That's right, we got the Megaliths up in here. We're going to start using them in our combo. We're going to activate the copy of Medionis Drytron, detach off Moy Beta Fafnir like so, summon out that Fool. This Fool's effect is going to add back that Ben 10. Guys, keep a count, by the way, of how many times we resolve Ben 10 in this combo. Just saying. We resolve it a lot. We're going to go Fool effect on board, pitching the Ben 10 from hand. Summon Ophiel. Ben 10 Chainlink 1, Ophiel Chainlink 2. Searching Fool and Perfection. At this point, we are then going to take Ophiel and the Megalith Fool that we searched to our hand, tribute them, summoning out the Ida 10 from our hand, and using Ida 10's effect, we're going to search our deck for Dawn of the Herald, like so. Again, still look, we're still in the Nibiru proof. We're still in the Nibiru proof. Going on from here, we are then going to take our Ida 10 and our Diviner, overlay them, summoning out our Ptolemy M7. Ptolemy's effect will detach whatever, doesn't really matter in the situation, and we'll add back Ben 10. I want to flag that there is probably a way to make the ceiling even higher from this point, and if you choose not to play Megalith Bethor, you can also use your Fool and Ida 10, say you want to add back the Ritual spell instead. You can extend even further. You can add back the Ritual spell, go for Beatrice and the last name of whatever you're missing, sack the Ben 10 again, do things like that. We're doing this a little bit more basic. I just want to flag that the ceiling can go higher, okay? And there's different ways you can do it, so I encourage you guys to get innovative with it, and I can't wait to see what you guys come up with, right? So anyway, at this point, we're going to activate that Dawn of the Herald we searched off of our Ida 10, pitching the Ben 10, special summoning the Perfection, and using Ben 10 Chainlink 1, Dawn Chainlink 2, we banish that Dawn, add back that Ben 10, and Ben 10 effect is going to search us an additional negate. In this case, we'll use Diviner. So flagging here, if we did not open up with the Diviner or another combo piece fairy, we would be having 2 Omni negates in hand at this point. But if we did open up with one, we were going to have minimum 3 Omni negates. But don't worry, guys, we're not done yet. We're going to take our Link Karibo and our Moy Beta Fafnir. It doesn't really matter which 2 you use. Link them off for the Dagda on the top, and then we'll take our Ptolemy M7 and our Zeta, link them into Verte. We'll declare Verte's effect and trigger our Dagda. So Verte will pay 2,000, send Fusion Destiny for cost, and Dagda will set our Scythe into the back row. You know, the defining characteristic of the meta. We'll send Fusion Destiny and our 2 pieces from deck to grave, and then summon out our DPE. Boom. Alpha Zeta did not need to hard open up with the pre-preparation of rights. Of course, it does make it better, makes it easier to do, right? And look at what we're ending on here, boys. Look at what we're ending on here. So, quick head count here. We've got 3 Omni Negates with our Herald of Perfection with guaranteed follow-up if we don't have to use them all in the form of our Ben 10. We've got Megalith Fool ready to tag out into a Bethor from deck. And cool thing is, if we tag out with Fool before we use our Perfection, we can tag out with the Ben 10 in hand and trigger it to get another search, which will automatically replace itself for another Perfection negate. Just want to flag that, it's pretty cool. We've got a DPE pop. On top of that, we got our Scythe for the extra deck lock. It's looking pretty good here, guys. This is pretty good. This is pretty reminiscent of what Drytron was doing right before the ban list. It's just a few less negates, but it's still really stupid strong, and we added in the Fool, too. We legitimately just added in the Fool, and like I said, I think there are ways you can push it further. So I want to see what you guys think. What would you do differently? Don't forget to smash the like button, leave a subscribe if you ain't already done so, please, and check out our Twitch stream, twitch.tv/LoganJYA. Sign up for the Goofy Gauntlet. It's going to be absolutely insane. It's going to be so much fun. Looking forward to seeing you guys there. That's all I got today. Logan JYA signing off. Have a great day. I'll see you chumps later. Peace.